My name is Ethan. I'm 33 years old and live in a quiet suburb outside Columbus, Ohio. When my wife, Rachel, gave birth to our first child, I thought it would be the happiest time of our lives. Instead, it became the beginning of a nightmare. Rachel insisted that for the first month, my parents, my brother, and even my grandmother were not allowed to meet our newborn daughter. She said it was because babies have weak immune systems. I understood. What I didn't understand was why her parents, her sister, and even her cousins were coming over almost every single day. Every afternoon I'd come home from work to find someone from her family holding my daughter. But if my mom simply asked for a picture, Rachel would reply, "Not yet, we need more time." My mother cried on the phone after hearing that. I kept defending my wife. "She's just stressed," I told everyone, but deep down, something felt wrong. One Saturday, my parents drove 2 hours hoping to at least wave through the window. Rachel saw their car pull into the driveway. She immediately picked up the baby, locked herself in the bedroom, and texted me. "Tell them to leave." I was embarrassed. My father quietly got back into the car. My mother couldn't stop crying. That night we had our biggest argument ever. Rachel accused my family of being controlling. I reminded her that her own family had practically moved into our house. She refused to answer. A week later, something unexpected happened. Rachel's younger sister, Emma, called me. "Ethan, can we meet?" "I need to tell you something." We met at a coffee shop. Emma looked nervous. She finally said, "You deserve to know the truth." According to Emma, Rachel's mother had convinced her that my family would become too attached to the baby, and eventually convinced me to leave Rachel if our marriage ever had problems. It had nothing to do with germs. It was about control. Rachel's mother believed the less my family bonded with our daughter, the less influence they'd have in her life. Emma even showed me text messages. One message read, "Keep his family away as long as possible. Once they bond with the baby, they'll always be involved." I couldn't believe it. That evening, I confronted Rachel. At first, she denied everything. Then I showed her the screenshots. She burst into tears. She admitted her mother had pressured her for months. She thought she was protecting our family. Instead, she had nearly destroyed it. The next morning, Rachel called my parents herself. She apologized through tears. My parents didn't yell. They simply asked one question: "Can we finally meet our granddaughter?" That afternoon, they came over. Watching my father hold his first grandchild with tears in his eyes, I realized how much time had been stolen from all of us. Rachel started therapy. She also set strict boundaries with her mother, who was furious after learning Emma had exposed the truth. For several months, Rachel's mother wasn't allowed to visit until she respected our rules. Emma became one of our closest friends because she chose honesty over family pressure. Today, our daughter is 3 years old. She knows both sides of her family equally. Looking back, I learned something important. Sometimes the biggest threat to a marriage isn't strangers. It's the people who convince you that love should come with conditions.